One of the reasons that I believe that Jesus is the Son of God and the Savior of the world is because of the miraculous fulfillment of Hebrew prophecy. Scriptures were written hundreds of years before the birth and life of Jesus Christ, and they were fulfilled to the letter in Jesus Christ, and the probability of that fulfillment is astronomical. In fact, the only credible consideration is that those prophecies were supernaturally given by inspiration. They were written about the Messiah of Israel and the Savior of the world, and they were literally fulfilled by the Messiah of Israel and the Savior of the world, who happens to be Jesus Christ. And Jesus said, "I'm the way, the truth, and the life, and no one comes to the Father but by me." Prophecy is kind of like an address. Like, my name is Pastor J.P. Jones. I'm the pastor of Crossline Community Church in Laguna Hills, California. The facility is on Moulton Parkway. Now, each of those pieces of information narrow down who I am. I happen to be the only Pastor J.P. Jones of Crossline Community Church on Moulton Parkway in Laguna Hills, California. So each of those pieces of information kind of focus in on my identity. Well, prophecy is like that. There are prophecies in the Scriptures that give a certain perspective as to who is the Messiah and what is the nature and work and uniqueness of the Messiah, and the more narrow and specific that the prophecies become, the more the identity of that person becomes narrow and specific, such that when it is revealed that only Jesus Christ could fulfill all of those prophecies, it helps us understand that he actually is the Son of God and that he is the Savior of the world. Now, some of those prophecies that help us understand that. Isaiah 7:14 says that the virgin shall be with child and shall give birth to a son, and you shall call his name Emmanuel, which means God with us. Isaiah 9:6 says that his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, the Mighty God, the Prince of Peace, the Everlasting Father. Micah 5:2 says that out of Bethlehem of Judea, which is the smallest of all the clans of Judea, shall come one whose going forth is from everlasting. The Messiah will be born in Bethlehem. These three specific prophecies tell us that Bethlehem is the place where the Messiah is going to be born, tell us that his name is going to be called Emmanuel, he's going to have a supernatural virgin birth, and that he himself is going to have a divine nature such that he is actually referred to as the Everlasting Father. Those prophecies are specifically fulfilled, and in the New Testament, in Luke chapters 1 and 2, and in Matthew chapter 1 and 2, there is the indication of those unique fulfillment of that prophecy in Jesus Christ, in Jesus of Nazareth. When you look at the host, the hundreds, literally hundreds of prophecies in the Hebrew Scriptures that were specifically fulfilled in the person of Jesus Christ, it becomes beyond any consideration, just from a mathematical possibility, that could randomly happen. The only credible, intelligent explanation is that Jesus is who he was prophesied to be, the Son of God, the Messiah of Israel, the Savior of the world. So one of the reasons that I believe that Christianity is absolutely true and that Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life, and that no one comes to the Father but by Jesus Christ, is the supernatural nature of fulfilled prophecy.